Hey, what's going on guys? I'm Nick Gray, the High-Tech Traveler, and today I'm going to give you my top 10 tips and tricks on how to better use the Samsung Galaxy S9 and its bigger brother, the S9 Plus. Now this phone can do amazing things, but unfortunately, Samsung's hidden away some of the phone's best features deep within the settings. And that's what this video is all about. So with that out of the way, let's jump in. Before we get in too deep, let's talk about one of my biggest annoyances with this phone, and that is Bixby. As you probably know, Bixby is Samsung's version of Google Assistant and allows you to control different functions on the phone and also some personal assistant tasks as well. And it does a fairly good job, but for me, it just gets in the way. So I'm going to show you how to turn it off. The first thing that you want to do is slide over to the Bixby screen and then tap the settings gear towards the top and then toggle off the Bixby button. The next step is disabling Bixby Voice by tapping the three dots in the top right hand corner, opening up settings and then hitting the Bixby Voice toggle halfway down. And lastly, we're going to remove the Bixby screen altogether. Just long press on any open space on the home screen, swipe over to the Bixby screen to the left, and then toggle off the Bixby home button at the top. And just like that, Bixby is now a thing of the past. Next up are a few tips and tricks which will enhance the audio and visual experience that you get on the Galaxy S9 and the S9 Plus. Both devices have gorgeous Quad HD Plus displays, but to improve battery life and performance, Samsung has chosen that the out-of-the-box setting bumps the resolution down to a full HD Plus rather than the Quad HD Plus that the panels can support. To fix this, just jump into display settings and open up screen resolution, and then slide the bar all the way over to the right to the WQHD Plus resolution setting, and then hit apply. Now the display will fully utilize every single pixel at its disposal. If you use the S9 or the S9 Plus to watch a lot of video with apps like Netflix or YouTube, you'll want to turn on the Video Enhancer mode. You'll find it by going to Settings, Advanced Features, and then scrolling to the very bottom. You can simply toggle the feature on from there, but if you tap it, you'll get a quick demo of what the feature does and a list of the apps that it's supported with. Personally, I love the boost in brightness and the added contrast that you get when the feature is turned on, which makes the videos that you watch a lot more enjoyable, especially since most of the movies and TV shows these days seem to be extremely dark. To go along with the Video Enhancer mode, this next tip will give a boost to the audio that you get out of the phone. Go to Sound and Vibration settings and then scroll to the Advanced section at the bottom and tap the Sound Quality and Effects. Here you're going to find a plethora of customization options, which include audio profiles for specific age groups, an equalizer for tuning things yourself, and a whole lot more. But my favorite is simply toggling on Dolby Atmos, which gives you a much richer audio profile when listening to music or watching video through the headphones and also the built-in speakers. Just like last year's Galaxy S8, the S9 and the S9 Plus also come with Bluetooth 5.0. This means that you get better audio fidelity, improved range, and better battery life. And on top of that, these two devices can also stream music to two Bluetooth headsets at the same time. To turn it on, jump into Bluetooth settings, tap the three dots in the top right-hand corner, and then you'll see the dual audio feature. From there, just toggle it on and you're all set. Once you connect two of your favorite Bluetooth devices to the phone, the audio from the device will start magically streaming to both. If you use your device for work or simply don't want people snooping around and finding certain files or apps on your device, you'll want to give Secure Folders a try. You can find it in the app drawer and also settings under Lock Screen and Security. Once it's enabled, you'll be able to add contacts, files, and applications that will be kept hidden away and secure. It works really good for hiding away applications, files, and even contacts from people who might be using your device. But my favorite feature is actually its ability to create duplicate versions of applications so that you can use Facebook with two different accounts on the same device. As you probably know by now, the Galaxy S9 and the S9 Plus have decent battery life, but it's definitely not great. If you want to change that, there are a few things that you can do. You'll want to jump into the Device Maintenance section in Settings. Tap the battery icon at the bottom and you'll see three different options. If you need as much juice as possible, the max setting should be your best bet. It'll reduce the screen resolution significantly and underclock the processor, and pretty much kill all background data that the phone typically uses. But for everyday use, I would actually recommend the mid setting. It'll make your phone a little bit slower and bump the resolution down to full HD plus, and I would also recommend toggling on background notifications just to make sure that you get those throughout the day. From what I've seen, the mid setting will actually give you an extra 2 to 3 hours of battery life on a single charge. I think we can all agree that one of the coolest features of the Galaxy S9 and the S9 Plus is its super slow motion video capture capabilities. Capturing video clips at 960 frames per second is simply mind-blowing. But if you've tried to use the feature on the phone, you probably know it's nearly impossible to get just right. But if you want slow motion video capture without any real compromises, these two phones can actually record 240 frames per second at full 1080p. From inside the camera app, you'll need to tap the settings icon. Scroll down to the edit camera mode and then tap rear camera, and you'll see slow motion towards the very bottom. This is also where you can rearrange all of the camera modes, so feel free to play around with the order or turn off some of the modes that you don't use. Once you get back to the viewfinder, select the slow motion mode and hit record. The clips that you record will be 8 times slower than actual reality. It's not as slow as 960 frames per second, but it's still incredibly impressive. When it comes to personal safety, the Galaxy S9 is probably one of the best devices on the market. If you're ever in an emergency, you should always remember to dial 911. But the S9 does also have an SOS messaging feature built right in, which can be activated if you press the power button 3 times. To set it up, jump into settings and then go into advanced features. Open up the Send SOS messages. If you ever find yourself in an emergency and have to use the feature, just press the power button 3 times. The phone will automatically send messages to your contacts that you've selected with pictures and audio files. This is one of those features that I hope you never have to use, but it's nice knowing that it's there and it's good to set up just in case of an emergency. And that brings us to tip number 10. Now this one here may seem a little bit useless to many of you, but it's one of my favorite features of the Galaxy S9. You already know that you can swipe up anywhere on the home screen to open up the app drawer, but there's also a setting that's hidden away which allows you to pull down the notification shade by swiping down anywhere on the home screen as well. To turn it on, long press any open space on the home screen and then tap home screen settings, and then toggle on quick open notification panel. And just like that, you'll be able to swipe down anywhere on the home screen to open up the notification panel. That's right, no more stretching your hand or playing finger gymnastics in order to reach the top of the display. And that's going to do it for my top 10 tips and tricks for the Galaxy S9 and the S9 Plus. If you have any other tips or tricks that you use on a regular basis, feel free to drop them in the comments. I always love to hear what you guys are doing with these devices as well. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. I've got more Galaxy S9 coverage coming up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.